Europe gears up to send Western tanks to Ukraine. A policy Leopard 2 pictured during an international military exercise in Germany in 2022. CNN. The Western alliance's response to Russia's invasion of Ukraine received a shot in the arm this week as multiple European nations for the first time answered President Volodymyr Zelensky's long-standing call to supply modern battle tanks to Kiev. France and Poland have pledged to soon send tanks for the Ukrainian military to use in each airport to protect itself from Russia. UK and Finland are considering following suit. Speaking alongside Zelensky in the Ukrainian city of Lviv on Wednesday, Polish President Andrzej Duda said he hoped the tanks from a range of Western allies would soon sail through various routes to Ukraine and will be able to strengthen the defense of Ukraine. The moves have piled up pressure on Germany, which last week said it would transfer infantry fighting vehicles to Kiev, but is yet to commit to sending tanks. Councillor Olaf Scholz has insisted that any such plan would need to be fully coordinated with the whole of the Western Alliance, including the United States. Western officials told CNN said that the decision by some countries, but not others, to send more tanks was part of the broader assessment of what was happening on the ground in Ukraine. NATO allies have spent recent weeks talking in detail about which countries are best placed to provide specific types of assistance, be it military equipment or money. 13 European countries have repelled 2 tanks. One senior Western diplomat suggests that more countries could increase their levels of military support in the coming weeks as the war enters a new phase, and the fresh Russian offensive could be just around the corner as the anniversary of the invasion approaches. But Germany's support is seen as crucial. The 13 European countries, including Poland and Finland, are in possession of modern German Leopard 2 tanks, which were introduced in 1979 and have been upgraded several times since, according to the European Council on Foreign Relations think tank. While any re-output of the tanks by these nations would typically need approval from the German government, Berlin has suggested it would not block any transfer to Kiev. Vice Chancellor Robert Habeck said Thursday that Berlin would not stand in the way of other countries re-exporting Leopard tanks. Germany should not stand in the way of other countries taking decisions to support Ukraine, independent of which decisions Germany takes. Vice Chancellor Robert Habeck said Thursday on the sidelines of the Greens party meeting in Berlin. German deputy government spokeswoman Christian Hoffmann said Friday that it had not received an official request from Poland or Finland. There is no question to which we would have to say no. But we're saying right now that we are in a constant exchange about what is the right thing to do at this point in time and how we best support Ukraine, Hoffman told the reporters. German Chancellor Olaf Scholz is thus far resisting pressure to send the German tanks to Ukraine. General Valery Zaluzhny, Ukraine's most senior military commander, told the Economist in December that the military needed around 300 tanks to beat back the Russians. The European Council on Foreign Relations estimates that around 2,000 Leopard tanks are spread across Europe. Oles- Oleksiy Danilov, Secretary of the National Security and the Defense Council of Ukraine, said on Thursday he was confident that the tanks promised from the European partners would be delivered very fast, and that Ukrainian armed forces would master the use of the tanks in the matter of weeks. The decision of NATO members to send the tanks to Ukraine is not an uncontroversial move. German diplomats are privately briefing their concern that it marks the escalation in the West's response to Russia and will be viewed in Moscow as the provocation. Other European officials argued that the West has already transferred plenty of other advanced weapons that have been used to kill Russians, as well as provided internet intelligence used intensively to the benefit of Ukraine. Notably, the US has supplied the long-range advanced HIMARS rocket systems to Ukraine, which have helped ease turn the tide of the war in recent months. The light of this, the officers contend sending additional tanks is not that significant an escalation, regardless of what Moscow might say. While European allies remain largely united in their support of Ukraine, diplomats who spoke to CNN said there was disagreement as to whether sending tanks and more weapons is the fastest and the most effective way to bring the conflict to the end. According to the KL Institute tracker on how much nations have donated to Ukraine, the UK, France, and Poland have given $7.5 billion, $1.5 billion, and $3.0 billion, respectively. That money comprised a combination of military, financial, and humanitarian aid, with Poland previously sending over 200 Soviet start tanks. European citizens remain strongly in favor of providing support to Ukraine, according to a recent Eurobarometer poll, which found that 74% of thought of Ukraine, 74% thought European countries should continue to provide assistance. This means that if Germany does decide to move in line with France, the UK, and Poland, it would probably find it has the political cover to do. It is expected that the UK and France will continue to pressure Germany into joining them in the effort in coming days. If they succeed, it would mean the three major European powers in lockstep as the world rumbles towards its 1 year anniversary.